Good morning, everyone. Welcome. This is the Coming Apocalypse. Are you serious? I'm Pastor Paul Begley, a little bit under the weather, but hanging in there today. And I want to say, are you serious? Okay, because this is an unbelievable report that we've got our hands on. There's a lot going on in Bible prophecy right now. And one of those things are, of course, what happens in the heavens. And Jesus said in Luke 21:25, he said, "For there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars, and distress of nations with perplexity. The sea and the waves will be roaring, and men's hearts will fail them for fear, for looking after those things coming upon the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the cloud with power and great glory." When these things begin to come to pass, he said, "Look up, lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh." The heavens will be shaking. Well, last Thursday night on our broadcast with Mike from around the world, toward the end of the broadcast, he threw out there, "Oh, by the way, there's a pulse coming that's going to be quite interesting on what happens when it hits the earth." A pulse, and we have done some research and found out that this pulse is actually a gamma ray burst that happened a long time ago, and apparently has been headed in our direction. We didn't realize it until we caught it by telescope August 26th of 2020. NASA's now spotted this weird pulse of high energy radiation headed toward the earth. All right. And this just came out about 12 hours ago. This article just posted, and this is it's on its way. Okay, so Mike from the world knew this was coming. He broke it to us last Thursday to be watching for it. We just got confirmation in the last 12 hours that it is coming, and it is much bigger than what any of us anticipated. Now, the scientists are going to downplay it a little bit because they don't want to create a panic, but they really don't know what this thing will do. It is an incredible, massive pulse of high energy radiation racing right toward our planet. Back on August 26, 2020, NASA Fermi Gamma Ray Space Telescope detected this pulse of high energy radiation that had been racing toward the Earth for nearly half the present age of the universe. At least that's what they believe. It's going to last about a second. It turns out to be one for the record books. This will be the shortest gamma ray burst ever caused by the death of a massive star ever seen. But it is the most powerful gamma ray burst ever detected. And its unknown effects upon the earth are still being calculated and anticipated. This powerful event in the universe is detectable across billions of light years. Astronomers classify them as long or short based on whether the event lasts for less than 2 seconds. But they observe long bursts in association with the demise of many massive stars, while short bursts have been linked to a different scenario. According to reports, astronomers at NASA have combined the data from the Fermi Gamma Ray Space Telescope and other space missions and ground-based observatories to reveal the origin of this brief, powerful burst of radiation. We already knew some of the gamma ray bursts from massive stars could register as short gamma ray bursts, but we thought this was due to instrumental limitations. We thought it was our instruments' inability to capture the entire burst. But now we realize that's not correct. This burst is very special. It is definitely a short duration burst, which means it will be a more powerful punch. Okay. It could be bringing other properties with it besides a high infusion of radiation. What other charged particles is coming with it? What other type of things will it residue upon the planet? It is huge. What will it do to our infrastructure? What will it do to our power grids? What will it do to our satellites that are orbiting the Earth? What will it do to the core of the Earth? It's already heating up. And whenever Mike brought before us 8 years ago the fact that we'd be having these 5 waves of energy, here we go. This one is bigger, stronger, more powerful than anything we've ever encountered since we've been hanging in the heavens by the Creator himself, by God the Father, Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. And so we are now in the bullseye zone of an incoming gamma ray burst of biblical proportion. Matter of fact, according to reports, this burst will bring more energy. Get this. It will bring 14 million times more energy released by this burst than the entire Milky Way galaxy releases over the same amount of time. So we're going to get hit with 14 million times of the entire Milky Way's energy at once. Boom. It's coming. It's racing toward us right as we speak. When a star much more massive than the sun runs out of fuel, its core suddenly collapses and forms as a black hole. As matter swirls toward that black hole, some of it escapes into the form of 2 powerful jets that rush outward at almost the speed of light in opposite directions. Astronomers only detect a gamma ray burst when one of these jets happens to point almost directly toward the Earth. Obviously, it's going to go out like that, okay? Explodes like that. But if one of those are pointing toward us, then we're going to experience it. This one is huge. This one is massive. And this one is coming right toward planet Earth. And what will this pulse do? What will this gamma ray burst do to the Earth? What type of damage could it cause? And is this what it means by when the Bible says men's hearts will fail them for fear, for looking after those things coming upon the